darling, welcome to the Ariel Show. I'm so glad you're here. Today we got a fun one. I'm going to be sharing with you 10 things that you probably didn't know about me. If you do know these 10 things, I am sorry, but that either means you're like my best friend or a crazy stalker dude. So you're probably neither, so you probably don't know what I'm about to tell you. Okay, thing one. My amazing sister and I used to sing in the windowsill of our house, hoping to get discovered. Okay, so I was like 3, this wasn't my idea, it was hers, and me and her and this neighbor girl, we would stand on the windowsill, like in the ledge, and just hope that cars would drive by, and they'd be like, whoa, you're awesome, let me whisk you off to Hollywood. Okay, but this was in suburban Sweden, which means that there was like nobody driving by, it was in the middle of nowhere. I didn't get discovered, unfortunately, so dumb idea, sister. Anyway, okay, I chipped the front of this tooth right here last May when I was making this amazing outfit for a photo shoot for Icon for Hire. So I was opening safety pins, I was safety pinning everything together, and I opened it with my mouth as I often do, and then next thing I know, half my tooth is missing. When I say half, I mean like you can't even tell, but every time I'm like brushing my teeth in the morning and I'm like, oh my gosh, my tooth is missing, and for what? Because the photos, you haven't even seen them yet because they haven't been released yet. So I don't even know if it was worth it, but hopefully when they come out, you'll be blown away and this tooth thing will not haunt me anymore. Okay, I love Britney Spears. Yes, especially lately. Like, shameless pop music has really been my thing. Every morning when I'm getting ready, I don't actually want to buy the album, but I'll stream it on YouTube. That's like a low commitment relationship with Britney Spears, and I'll just pretend I'm her, you know, singing to the brush and everything, pretend I'm a pop star. Okay. Speaking of pop stars, rock stars in this case, Linkin Park. Let's talk about Linkin Park. Linkin Park is my favorite band ever, and I was much more of a fanatic as a teenager. So I was 14 when I finally got to meet them, and it was like a miracle that my parents even let me go to this show, and I'd been in line for 9 hours waiting to meet them, and when I finally saw them, I was at the first of the line, of course, because I was crazy. I freaked out so bad, okay? I was one of those girls, like Justin Bieber style, that was like crying and bawling and like my life was flashing before my eyes, and I was so hysterical that, for real, the security guards come up behind me and they like put their hand on my shoulder and they're like, Miss, you need to calm down or I'm gonna have to escort you out of here. And of course I freaked out because Mike Shinoda was at the end of the line and he's my favorite. So I wanted to meet him, so I had to like rein it all back in. But now every time that like people meet us that they're a little bit like hyper, I give them so much, I don't care at all because I'm like, that was me 10 years ago, so I can't get mad at anyone. Okay, let's see. I have worked at Burger King, I've been a nanny, I've been a taste tester, I've worked at Target, I've worked at Jimmy John's, I was a water tester, which was really a scam. We would go door to door and tell people their water was poisonous, and then we tried to sell them something to fix it. Okay, I also worked one day at Taco Bell and one day at the movie theater. So I've had a lot of low committal, crappy jobs, but I've been doing music now for 7 years, so I'm pretty proud of myself for sticking with that one. Okay, let's see. I'm intentionally trying not to watch The Bachelor this season. Enough said on that. Let's see. Okay, I think every night in the van that we're driving down the highway, all those night drives, I have this really grotesque fear that it's gonna be my last night of my life. And so, literally, I'm like half asleep, you know, when you're like that weird dream state, and I'm like, this is it. I'm gonna die, gonna meet my maker. And I'm always like going through everyone if I'm on good terms with my family, relationships and all that. And then I always can't help but think, I'm like, oh, this is so cute. I'm gonna die with my best friends. And Icon for Hire, everyone's gonna love us after we're dead and they're gonna write all these nice things about us. For real, a little messed up. I'm embarrassed to share that one. Okay, I used to have a stage in my bedroom. My dad was pretty awesome, so when we had to move from Minneapolis to Decatur, one of the ways that he bribed me into not hating it here as much was he was like, I'll build you a stage in your room. So he did. And I'd have friends over and we'd rock out and pretend we were rock stars. Fun time. Okay, I have boxes and boxes of notes from high school in my basement, and I was going through them the other day and I was bored to death. I don't know why I thought everything me and my friends were writing was so awesome and I've had to keep it for 10 years, but I'm sorry, we were not very interesting. We wrote the same things over and over again. Usually, I love Linkin Park. When are we gonna meet Linkin Park? I hate school. Let's get out of school. Let's be rock stars. Yep. Okay, I think this is all. I think I've got like one left. Let's talk about this one. So, I got my first guitar when I was about 13 or 14. Because there was this guy that I used to babysit for, and he was a manager at Nordstrom, or Nordstrom's, I don't know if there's an S on that or not, and there was a guitar at Nordstrom or Nordstrom's that has Doc Martens decals all over it, and I was of course in love with guitars and Doc Martens, and I still am, and so I begged him, and he said if I babysat his kids for 100 hours, he would give me that guitar. So I did, and he did, and I still have the guitar. I tried to learn. I spent several years I just suck at guitar, guys, but when I met Sean Jump, it like really hit me how much I suck at guitar because he was like so good. So I've given up guitar forever and it's still sitting in my closet. But it's super cute. I should do something with it. So maybe I'll give that away one day. There you go. That was fun. Wow, that was a little narcissistical, just talking about myself the whole time, but thanks for listening. Thanks for being amazing, and I'll see you next week. Who knows what we'll have for you then.